friendship is celebrated in a feast. In time, it will become known as Thanksgiving.
When we think of Thanksgiving, we think of how it's been depicted in documentaries, historical movies,
Newfoundland,
and even cartoons.
What did you expect? A turkey card?
When the Pilgrims first landed and shared their first harvest with the natives. But the real first Thanksgiving happened long before the Pilgrims ever set sail for America. Travel back to September 8, 1565, 55 years before the Pilgrims, when Pedro Menendez and his Spanish crew first stepped foot on the Florida land, establishing the oldest settlement colony in St. Augustine.
Viva Menendez! Viva!
He named it Nombre de Dios, or Name of God.
I came ashore this morning, took possession and legal claim with the authority of the King of Spain.
Chad Light reenacts the Menendez landing every year in St. Augustine.
Viva el Rey! Viva! Viva España! Viva!
It's very important because we Spanish are very litigious. Everything has to be legal. And so that's what we did here today.
Menendez brought a Catholic priest along with him on his ship, and as soon as the ships landed, the priest conducted a mass.
We asked God for his protection, and so we landed. We are gathered here.
Then, the crew unloaded food from their ships to share with the natives.
En el nombre del Padre, y del Hijo, y del Espíritu Santo. Amen.
This was the first true Thanksgiving on what would later become American soil.
Today is also the feast day of the birth of the Virgin Mary. And so we're having a big celebration. And since they both coincide, we're really pulling out all the stops.
Even though there was nothing here worth anything, it was the strategic value of this location.
Usually, Thanksgiving is a day of peace and relaxation, surrounded by a comforting family atmosphere. But Menendez and his crew were getting ready to forge a battle against the French, who had just landed nearby at Fort Caroline, and what we now call Jacksonville.
How you get rid of them was left up to Menendez. But get rid of them. We do not want them here.
And their mission wasn't the only thing different about this day. Since the first settlers were Spanish, turkey and mashed potatoes were not on the menu. Instead, the meal consisted of a kind of stew filled with spices and a Hispanic flair.
I brought in a lot of dried pork and beans from the stores of our ship, and the priest insisted 4,000 gallons of wine. So, I think we're ready. You should come join us. La fiesta.
Even though this tale is not one we have come to know and celebrate, these men and women keep their story alive by reenacting the Menendez landing each year, adding a few modern-day changes of their own.
I'm not going to roast a chicken the way they roast it.